going to go live. So that means we're going to turn that up. Oh yeah, that's a bit bright. Lovely. So what I'm going to do with my videos from now on is take one of my memes. I'm going to post the meme below the video, and I'm going to comment on, just off the top of my head, I'm going to comment on a meme that I've created over a period of time. I've taken a lot of photographs when I've been out and about, and I've then gone through my writings and added what I thought was the most appropriate word. Sometimes I've actually decided to make something up on the spot. I see a photograph that I've taken, and then I create something in my mind, some inspirational statement from what I've photographed, and expressed it in that way. So this one, I've actually got a date on this one, Sunday the 12th of May 2019. I'm going to post it below the video when I'm finished, and these are the words that I'm quoting. The photograph is a path walking off in two directions. You've actually got a path that I'm walking on when I take the photograph, and then it goes off in two directions. There's one road that's going off, which you can see that a lot of people have walked down, and then there's another path walking off to the left, and that path hasn't had as many footprints on it. And when I took the photo, I thought to myself, the road less travelled. And what is the road less travelled nowadays, especially in our lockdown and COVID situation? And I think this is it. And I think this is the difference between the people who are going to walk down one path of life where most people seem to be going, and those who decide to take a different direction. So this is what my quote is today, and it's already on the top of the video. Peace is right here and right now. Sit quietly and wait patiently. It will come knocking on the door of your heart. People are probably more stationary than they've ever been before. We don't go out there. Hi there, Rebecca. Good morning. Good morning to you. It's actually 3:30 in the afternoon here in the UK, but good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And yeah, I'm waving back, Rebecca. So yeah, we're probably more stationary in 2020 and 2021 than we've ever been before because of COVID. People aren't going places and doing things, but I'm suggesting to you here and now that maybe in our minds, where we are going places, we're going into fear, we're going on a journey together, lots of us, the road more travelled, of mental health issues. And I was reading an article this morning on the web, and it was saying that in the past, what's been happening over the past 12 months is the ambulance has been called. This is in the UK. The ambulance has been called, and it's been somebody who's ill with COVID, and they've taken them to hospital. But now, more so, even though the COVID situation is reducing in its intensity, with the ambulance being called out for that, it's mental health issues that they're being called out to attend to. So the road more travelled is the road of fear, the road of concern, and a really frightening path. Of course it will be a road of fear, that, you know, we don't know what's happening, we don't know when it's happening, we don't know where things are going with our world. And I'd like to take you And I know that peace is there waiting to take you in a different direction to that. Peace is right here and right now. Sit quietly and wait patiently. It will come knocking on the door of your heart. Because peace is something that stinking thinking is a soul killer. And Dolma's back as well. Hi, Dolma. So yeah, there is a sense in which your peace is there. It's just waiting for you. But you've got to stay still enough and quiet enough for long enough to know the joy that is there, the way to overcome the fear. It's already there within you. And all you've got to do is rest the mind. I said it yesterday, actually. It's enough to be. So in this difficult time of COVID, the way forward, you're looking at the two paths, the one less travelled and the one that everybody else seems to be going down like lemmings. You need to take some time to slow yourself down and to think. Nothing. No fear. Don't read the newspaper. Don't watch the TV. Don't pay attention to the media. All the commentators of the media. And I do. It's my thing. I want to be up to date. But there's a peace that's waiting to get inside your heart. Did you hear it knocking? Did you hear it knocking? Trying to get in. Trying to get into your heart, the peace. And you won't let it in. Why? It's not that you don't want to let it in. It's just that your head's so filled with all the what if and I don't know. I'm panicking. I'm not aware of where the bearings are. The bearings for a life moving forward in COVID and out of COVID is in peace, in your heart. And I think that's probably the word that I want to bring more than anything. I used to want to bring the word love. And before that, I used to want to bring the word faith. But I think now it's peace. People need peace in their hearts. They need peace to feel part of something bigger. That they belong not to this present world order that the Bible talks about. The present world order's fading away. So what's it being replaced by? And I want to suggest here and now, it's peace, if we'd only let peace in. Listening to a George Harrison song last night, Give Me Love, Give Me Peace on Earth. You know, that's really where we want to be, but it's much easier to manipulate human beings out of fear. If you don't have any fear about what happens next, if you're just alive in the moment, if you're just, as the live broadcast I was doing yesterday suggests, just being, nothing can touch you. The most frightening thing, I guess, is the fear of dying. Everybody thinks about death from time to time. Probably don't talk about it too much, but they think about death and it worries them. They don't know. It's another uncertainty, isn't it? They don't know what's going to happen next. People who have faith are in a much better position to deal with those kind of fears, but it's not necessarily the certainty. Faith has a certainty, but it's not like the kind of certainty that we know in our lives, that we pay taxes and we go to work and there's family arguments and goodness knows what else. There's all kinds of things that happen in our lives that we are certain of, but beyond death, We're not so sure about that. I've just done a half an hour meditation, and it's not something that I'm that used to doing. I'm not really somebody who, we've got Patty now and Linda, I'm waving back. It's not necessarily something that I've done in my life. I've prayed, usually me talking, but meditation tends to be breathing, concentrating on your breathing and making sure that nothing else comes in to your thinking other than, if it's a guided meditation anyway, nothing other than what's being spoken of to you by the person leading the meditation and the music, and it just calms you right down. And it's a beautiful place to be. The thoughts of the world are not there troubling you, and you're just at peace with who you are in that moment. There's no outside influences, whether it be the media or concerned. Hi there, Nunzia. I'm waving back. That there are no other concerns, financial, emotional, anything to do, like I say, with what's going on in the world that is troubling you, and you're just at peace in that moment. Peace is right here and right now. Sit quietly and wait patiently. It will come knocking on the door of your heart. How many of us have enough patience to stay still long enough to be able to hear the knock of peace in our hearts? Rebecca, I learned in yoga years ago that your breath is your strength. I was actually sat there in my own quiet contemplation, trying to rid myself of thoughts actually, rather than contemplating. And I was just sat there, and they said to concentrate on your breathing. And I was, I was doing as I was told. It wasn't a guided meditation. I just remembered it from before. Concentrate on your breathing. The meditation that I've just gone through now, it says as you breathe in peace. And as you breathe out, let go of everything that troubles you. And I realised as I was doing this, not today, but before, as I was concentrating on my breathing, that is me. When that breath goes out for the final time and I leave this body, that's actually, as far as the rest of the world's concerned, that's me gone. But actually, the me that is the breath. That's all I am. If I'm not doing that, I'm just a bag of bones. But as long as I'm breathing in and breathing out, exactly, says Rebecca. It's me, I'm here. And also, it's a very calming thing. It actually puts more oxygen into your blood. When you come through, I've had a couple of minor operations. When you come out of the operating theatre, they put a mask of oxygen over your mouth just to calm you down, because the more oxygen you take in, it gets into your blood cells and it calms the heart rate down. And that is the most beautiful feeling, especially if you're freaking out. There's times, we all have them, where problems come our way and you go, gasp, whatever shall I do? I got an answer for you. Peace is right here and right now. Sit quietly and wait patiently. It will come knocking on the door of your heart. What's you going to do when the knock, knock, knock comes to your heart? When it comes, what are you going to do then? Open your heart. Let that peace in. And all the troubles of the world, and there are a lot, they'll all melt away. They'll be insignificant because you are present in the moment. You're awake, you're alive, you're aware that you are there. You're aware of your own breath. That's you. Here you are. Watch out, world. I'm at peace. I can deal with this now. And I'm very, very grateful that there are people willing to come and watch and listen to what this guy has to say. I hope it's been helpful for you. I'm going to repeat again what the meaning of this broadcast is. It's a meme. What do I mean? A meme we're in learning together. We're learning together. Yes, we are, Rebecca. From the Sunday the 12th of May 2019, where a photograph I took of I'm on a walk in the countryside, and there's trees in front of me, but there's two paths. The first path is a path you can see lots of people have walked down, that's to the right, and then to the left there's a path less travelled. There's obviously been people walk down there. I'm not the first person to talk about these things, I know that. And it's like a path was there in the woods, and it diverged, and I took the path less travelled, and that's made all the difference. I find peace instead of trouble. I find love instead of fear down the path I travel, and I'd love to take as many people with me down that path as possible. Peace is right here and right now. Sit quietly and wait patiently. It will come knocking on the door of your heart. God bless you, love and light to you. Namaste.